Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this session we are going to understand regarding what is flux. So which is a very important topic, and it is very sometimes it is a very difficult, it feels like somewhat difficult topic. So I just try to cover this particular topic in a very simple way to understand. So let us quickly start the session. So please watch this session completely and don't miss out any of the particular topic, because in the next session I'm going to cover the types of flux such as magnetic flux and electric flux. So all these things I'm going to cover. So please do subscribe to my YouTube channel also and press the bell icon to get the latest notifications updates. So well, let us quickly start with the session. So what is this flux? So flux means, in general way, or in general meaning of flux, is to flow. To flow is nothing but the flux. So flow means, yeah, we will try to cover. So in general, what we can say, like with this flux comes to the mind, the main thing is the meaning of flux is to flow. Okay. So now we'll try to understand in the physics point of view. Okay. So flux means an imaginary lines through which a physical quantity can travel. Say, imaginary lines means it can be, yeah, as I told, it is imaginary. Once I say it is imaginary, we cannot like we cannot see those particular lines. Okay, so those are imaginary. That is why we will say we will just imagine through a physical quantity, which a physical quantity can travel. Means the lines passing through a particular substance or physical medium, we can say. So but let us quickly next try to understand like what is the flux. So now, as of now, we know that it is a imaginary lines through which a physical quantity can travel. So physical quantity can be anything, right? Okay, so it can be a substance. So we will try to substance also, it can be physical quantity, can be substance or physical medium, we can say. Okay, so in that way. So now we'll try to get into more detail of flux. So flux is presence of a force field in a specified physical medium or a substance, as I told you, or the flow of energy through a surface. Means flux is the presence of force field. See, for just a point of understanding, I have simply, try to explain roughly with the help of this particular diagram which I am pointing it now. So flux is the presence of a force field in a specified physical medium or a substance, or the flow of energy through a surface. Means we can either imagine the force field flow with the help of imaginary lines. So it can be imagined either through physical medium or substance itself, or over through a surface, we can say. So that means, to say it clearly, so flux is nothing but a imaginary lines, which I already told you, which indicates the presence of a force field in a specified physical medium. Means it can be substance. See, one substance is there, we'll just take an example of a substance itself. So that can be any substance. Okay, substance may anything, solid or anything. So the solid. So usually we'll try it as solid substance. So solid, so as the part of flow of energy through a surface, means on over the surface also we can imagine of having some force field with the help of imaginary lines, or with through the means through the substance only we can also imagine. So over the surface or through the substance, over the surface of a substance or through the substance itself. So that is nothing but the flux. So we will try to understand with the help of imaginary lines. So okay, so I hope it is understandable. So that means, see, flux one more time to repeat. So flux is a representation of a force field, or presence of a representation of presence of a force field with the help of imaginary lines passing through the substance or over the surface of this substance. So I hope now it is more clear. Now quickly we will try to understand. Field is decomposed into a perpendicular and parallel component. So here the field, whatever I told, force field, no, so that will be decomposed into perpendicular and parallel components. So why it will be decomposed? Usually we will say some of the component is decomposed further into perpendicular and parallel components. So what does, why it is required and what does it mean in general, I will try to make you understand. So if we decompose this particular components perpendicularly and parallelly, then it is more easy for us to understand the I mean concept in a very broader way. Okay, we will try by breaking this particular components into perpendicular and parallel. We will have more chance of getting more scenarios and understanding what happens when it is in perpendicularly, what happens parallelly. So that is why we will try to always decompose the field into a perpendicular and parallel components. Okay, so flux is only due to parallel component. So that is one thing is very important to understand from important point is, so flux is only due to parallel component. It is not because of perpendicular component. So that is very important. So this is for just a reference. So this is a substance, I can say, or some surface, and we are imagining this particular lines. So these are imaginary lines which represents the force field. Okay, so this is some angle theta, we can say theta is an angle, and we are decomposing it into a vector a and vector b. But here actually in this scenario we are decomposing it into a, means 90 degree. It should come up, basically it should be 90 degrees, but it is an angle here. So we have to assume here as an vertical component, and this is horizontal component. Okay, so and flux, to remind once again, flux is only due to parallel component, not perpendicular component. Okay, so that means flux is only because of this particular horizontal component, because these are parallel to the imaginary lines. So see, these are imaginary lines, these are this field. So the parallel means this will only come into picture, not the perpendicular thing. Okay, so it's vector quantity for transport phenomena. See, one thing, flux is a scalar quantity or vector quantity, it is a vector quantity. So vector quantity means it has both magnitude and directions. Okay, so that is why we are trying to understand in particular component wise. So it's field a vector quantity for transport phenomenon, but in vector calculus it is a scalar quantity. So one more thing point to remember is vector quantity is a scale sorry vector, it is a vector quantity. Flux is basically a vector quantity with respect to transport phenomenon, but with respect to vector calculus in mathematical form, if we just try to understand the flux, then it is a scalar quantity. Because why, the only reason is in mathematical form we are only interested in its only one thing, like magnitude or direction. We are not interested in direction, correct? Mathematical is only representation of magnitude. So it's not we are not interested in calculus, like what is the direction, we are not at all interested. So that is why we will try with respect to mathematical concept, we will say it is a scalar quantity. But with respect to transport phenomenon, actual physical physics point of view, we will call it as a vector quantity. So unit is rate of flow of property per unit area. So this is the unit. So rate of flow of a property per unit area. So flow per unit area, we can say. So that is the unit of flux. In this way, the flux is measured. So this is all about flux. Actually, it should be a perpendicular component, but in this particular image, so it's like in this particular diagram, it's like I mean, it's in this particular diagram, some angle is represented, but it can be parallel. But anyhow, whatever, even if it is mentioned perpendicularly also, so that doesn't contribute to measurement of flux. So as I already told you, flux is only because of due to parallel component. Okay, so parallel is anyhow b vector, so nothing to worry. So this is all about flux. So in the next session, I am covering there are actually two types of flux. So magnetic flux and electric flux. So in detail, I will try to cover the two topics, magnetic flux and electric flux, both in separate sessions. So please do subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon. And if there is any doubt, you can please comment in the YouTube comment session. So section. So please, if you even try to understand, if you want to know anything more with respect to flux or anything in physics or electronics subjects, please comment in the YouTube comment section so that I can immediately I mean conduct a particular session on that particular topic. So please, yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel. So have a nice day. Bye.